born the son of King Arlon V, Argilac Durrandon grew into a strong, courageous, ferocious fighter who turned back a Dornish invasion while still a boy. In decline for many years, the Kingdom of the Storm underwent a resurgence in power and prosperity under his bold, aggressive leadership. Ruling throughout the final years of the Century of Blood, Argilac joined a great alliance against Volantene expansion in Essos, personally leading a host to liberate the city of Myr in the disputed lands. Though they were enemies in later life, Aegon Targaryen of Dragonstone was another member of this alliance, using his dragon Balerion to burn the enemy fleet, liberating the city of Lys. A grizzled veteran with a passion for war, Argilac continued to personally lead his men into combat, winning another great accolade when he killed King Garce Gardner VII of the Reach in the Battle of Summerfield. Despite his military prowess, the power of the Stormlands could not compete with their northern neighbor. Thus, everything Argilac won throughout his reign was threatened when it was learned Harren the Black, ruler of the Kingdom of Isles and Rivers, was nearing completion of Harrenhal, a seemingly impenetrable fortress, and would soon seek new lands to conquer. Therefore, he sent a message to the Lord of Dragonstone, proposing a marriage between Aegon and his daughter Argila, offering dowry lands which once belonged to the Kingdom of the Storm, but were currently held by the Isles and Rivers. Argilac hoped this would give him a buffer state to act as a shield and ally to strike at his enemy. However, Aegon had 2 wives already, and so offered a counter-proposal, seeking more lands while offering the hand of his best friend and possible bastard half-brother Orys Baratheon. King Argilac, later known as the Arrogant, was so insulted by the offer, he cut off the envoy's hands and sent them to the Targaryens with a note that read, "These are the only hands your bastard shall have of me." Aegon then led a small army to the mainland and declared himself King of Westeros, using their 3 dragons and dragon riders to quickly win territory and raise a larger host. After conquering the Riverlands and burning King Harren alive, Aegon sent Orys Baratheon to take the Stormlands, supported in the air by his sister wife Rhaenys atop her dragon Meraxes. Unwilling to be burned alive in his castle like his old enemy, Argilac gathered his full strength to march against the invaders, winning an early victory when they killed 1,000 Targaryen men in an ambush at Windwater. Yet when the Stormlanders retreated into the Kingswood Forest, they were burned alive by Rhaenys on Meraxes, killing many, including one of the 3 noble lords who led the ambush at Windwater. Seeking to end the conflict, the 2 armies faced off in a vicious final battle fought during a storm when the Targaryen host strategically set up their forces on hills near Bronzegate. King Argilac, who led twice as many men and noticed the rain was blowing in the direction of the enemy, believed these 2 advantages might make up for their weaker position and ordered the charge, sending his warriors into the last storm, where their infantry fared well while cavalry struggled to charge up muddy hills. The Storm King nevertheless took 2 hills and personally led the charge that broke the Targaryen center, only to find the dragon Meraxes waiting on the other side, engulfing them in dragonfire. Though the king survived, he was thrown from his horse and injured. Even so, Argilac was a warrior to the end, refusing to submit even in defeat, and raised his weapon to fight Orys Baratheon in single combat. Though each took wounds from the other, Argilac, the last Durrandon king, was defeated and killed. With her father dead, Argilac's daughter Argila retreated into Storm's End and declared herself the Storm Queen, following in the likeness of her father by refusing submission to the Targaryens. But she was soon betrayed and captured by her own men, who then delivered her to the enemy camp. In recognition of his service, Aegon named Orys Baratheon Lord of the Stormlands, and he in turn chose to honor and embrace the legacy of his predecessors by marrying Argila while adopting the Durrandon sigil and words to form House Baratheon.